Here's the truth about words that doesn't get talked about enough. People will remember what you say long after they forgot what you did. The plays you made, the trips you took, the cars you bought, the promotions you got, all of that will fade away in their memories. What stays is what you said to them and what you said about them. That's the legacy of words. And every conversation you have is depositing something into that legacy, whether you mean it or not. Something I saw a lot when I was serving in the honor guard. When a service member dies, and we did the funeral at Arlington National Cemetery, there's a moment at the end of the ceremony where the flag is folded and then it's presented to the next of kin. Usually it's a spouse or a parent or a son or a daughter, and there are very specific words spoken when that flag is handed over. Those words are not casual. They're the words our country has chosen to say at the very moment a family is facing the rest of their lives without that special someone they loved. And I've watched families receive that flag and then hold those words like they were a treasure because they were. The person who passed can no longer speak. Those words were what stood in for everything that family was carrying. Those moments taught me things about words that I have never forgotten. Words that mark, words that anchor, words that land in a way that almost nothing else does or can. So what's the legacy you're building? Think about it this way. Pick somebody you love, your spouse, your kid, a parent, a sibling, a close friend. If they were to write down 3 things that you've said to them in your life that they will remember the most, what would those 3 things be? Are they sentences that build the person? Or are they sentences that would hurt the person? You don't have to answer that one out loud or tell anybody. Just sit with it for a second. That's the legacy. That's what we're building in every conversation you've ever had or you ever will have. Here's the good news. It's not too late. Everybody listening to this is still alive. Almost every relationship that matters to you is still active, which means you still have time to add new sentences to that legacy. Sentences that build, sentences that say the thing you've been meaning to say, sentences that go on the record. This week we walked through it. Monday, the tongue. It's a small thing, but it sets everything else in motion. Tuesday was the 5 patterns of words that build, but then Wednesday was the 5 patterns of words that break. Thursday, we talked about that voice in your head, the voice you use on yourself, and how it is a trait that you pass on to your kids. And then today, we're talking about the long view. To close out the discussion, I want to give you something specific to do this weekend. Pick 3 people, not 7, but 3. 3 people who matter to you. And before Monday morning, tell each one of them what they mean to you. Out loud or in writing, but make it specific to them, not a generic message. One specific message. Use the patterns from Tuesday. Be specific. Can I say that enough? Or believe in their future out loud. Name what you see. Encourage them with no agenda. Don't wait for a birthday. Don't wait for a milestone. Don't wait for them to do something that earns a message. Just tell them this weekend before Monday, and you will be amazed at what comes back. And even if nothing comes back, you have laid down 3 more good sentences into the legacy that's gonna keep going long after you're gone. One more thing. If somebody's on your mind right now, while you're watching this or listening to this, somebody you've been meaning to call, or somebody you've been meaning to write to, or somebody you've been meaning to forgive, somebody you've been meaning to apologize to, let this be that nudge. Don't carry the unsaid around for another decade. Say the thing. And when you come back here next week, tell me what happened. How did it go? So thanks for spending time with me this week. If something in our discussion this week landed, share it with somebody who needs to hear it. And drop a name of one person you're going to send a message to this weekend. Put their name in the comments and let us know how it goes. So have a great weekend, and we will see you here on Monday.